You know, I think it'd really be nice to have this much fur, then I wouldn't be so damn cold. Welcome back to the channel, folks, for my 2026 channel update. I think I could have picked a better time to film this, like maybe indoors, but gotta have the props. I left that window down, didn't I? Anyway. Oh, and my God, are you really that dirty? Yeah, you are. Anyway, it's cold. So, 2026 channel update. Let's start with growth, subscriber growth. I started 2025 at 1.7K subscribers, and I ended 2025 at 2.3K subscribers. Actually, it's like 2,298 to be exact. So I got some good channel growth growing. I like that. It means that the time that I'm investing in this, it's cold, is actually starting to reap rewards and pay off. On the monetary front, I do roughly $120 a month with between 11 and 13,000 views. So if your channel is roughly the same size as mine, that can kind of give you an idea of how much money you can make being monetized with the amount of subscribers that I have. Hey, okay. On video performance, the top 5 videos that I have, 3 of them are for Big Blue, and that would be the spark plug change. That would also be the cabin air filter and the heater hose inlet outlets that I had filmed. The other 2 videos are for the Flex, my 9-year ownership overview, it's cold, and the water on the floor. Ironically, if I look at my channel's lifetime stats for long format videos, the 2 best performing videos of my channel year to date are for the Flex, and that is the 9-year ownership overview, and when I did the cow drains, the water on the floor. On the YouTube Shorts side, the 2 shorts that perform the best, number 1 would be the Expedition Gen 4 tips, and the second highest performing short is for the Cobalt workbench that is sitting right there. As for the content that is the least performing, well, that would be the entire content of the shed. Everything that I've done from it. Update here on Big Blue. Its current mileage is 104,000 miles. As you can see, it hasn't moved in over a week. And it's pretty damn filthy. And that is because the day after Christmas, I took my family on a day trip to Southern Ohio, the Athens, Hocking, Vinton County areas in search of unmaintained public access roads. We went to the Zelensky Fire Lookout Tower and the haunted Moonville Tunnel. And we did find some unmaintained public access roads, and Big Blue had to utilize its four-wheel drive. I have to say, there's nothing like bouncing a 3-ton SUV through some mud and ruts. It's also kind of concerning considering I don't have any underbody protection for the transfer case or the transmission. So that might be a project this year to add some of that underbody protection. But these were unmaintained roads. We weren't really rock climbing or anything like that. So overall, she did pretty good. Utilized some four-wheel drive. What are you chewing on? Stop. Leave it. Mechanically, it's in pretty good shape. I do have the front grinding sound. I'm not sure if it's the front diff going out or if it's the passenger wheel bearing, but right now it's too cold to really diagnose that, and it doesn't really affect drivability right now. The other air-ish is a rear parking brake air. I'm not sure which side. It comes and goes. It will go a few days, I won't have it, and then I articulate the ass end like when I turn into a driveway or something, and then poof, I have a parking brake fault and disables the cruise control. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a wiring issue or if it's one of the units going bad. Haven't really looked into it. And at 104,000 miles, you know the drill. EcoBoost, camp phasers need done. Outside of that, it's in pretty good shape. It hasn't really given me any issues. So far, so good. As for the i3, its update, overall, it's pretty solid, given that this year it will be 10 years old. This is a 2016. Its current mileage is 177,000 miles. And that's kind of expected because this is my commuter car to and from work, and I drive about 500 miles a week for work. So this is going to have high mileage on it. Mechanically, it is pretty sound, but given its age and its mileage, I do want to get it up on the platform and go through the suspension. I'm sure most of it's probably wore out by now. It does ride really rough now, so I'm sure the struts, or whatever BMW calls them, I'm sure all four of them are pretty much wore out. So I would like to go through the suspension and see what needs replaced. Probably the front and rear lower control arms as well. And whatever knuckle bushings or whatever they have multi-link set up in the back, check all those bushings for play and replace what I need to replace. I would like to do a coolant flush on it, both for the heating element and for the Rex. And on the Rex, I would like to go through and pull the spark plugs and put new spark plugs in because I do use my Rex pretty frequently. Like Big Blue over there, it too has a parking brake issue in that the driver's side unit locked up on me and I just removed it. So the last year and a half I've been driving without the driver's side parking brake. And iDrive loves to remind me every time I get near it with the key in my pocket that, hey, you have a parking fault. And won't allow me to use iDrive until I acknowledge it. Anyway, so I do need to get that taken care of at some point this year. The single speed transmission, I would like to change the fluid out and put new fluid in. However, when I'm driving this, I do hear a bearing whining noise. I'm not sure if that's the transmission going out or a bearing in that transmission going out or a bearing in the electric motor going out. It doesn't affect me right now, but it is kind of loud and I know it's there. So I do want to look into that. As far as the high voltage battery pack, when I looked in June, the battery pack was 16.5 kappa, which is pretty good. I still get 50-55 miles of range right here in the winter right now with preconditioning, and in the summertime I get about 100 miles of range. So I'm not really worried about the high voltage battery pack or the range. This is my city car, my work commuting car, and I can charge at work, so I'm not really worried about that. The carbon fiber roof, I do want to get some vinyl wrap and wrap it before this carbon fiber becomes a bleeding portion and starts bleeding my wallet dry of money, because this would be a very expensive repair. So I do want to get that done. Outside of that, mechanically, it's pretty sound. I do want to get new seals for around the frameless doors because the frameless doors allow a lot of road noise in as they are, but these seals are pretty old and they're coming undone. So I want to get some new seals to seal that up. The driver's side seat needs redone. I've wore the seat out pretty bad. And the driver's side heating element for that seat doesn't work anymore. I would also like to replace the steering wheel because the leather is coming undone. Otherwise, I don't have any qualms with it. I think I do need a new wiper arm, or the wiper motors are out of sync because it doesn't want to clear the windshield correctly. It wants to skip this lower portion right here, and I'm not sure if that's the arm or if that's the windshield because this windshield was replaced at one point in the i3's life. Outside of that, this is relatively trouble-free. I can get in and drive away, and I don't really worry about anything breaking down, which I guess you could say is pretty rare for a BMW. And we have Silver Sleeper update. It is still here. It is covered. I do need to probably replace this cover because it's got a lot of holes in it somehow. I'm not sure how. It's got a lot of little nicks right here underneath the snow from the acorns and those damn pesky squirrels dropping stuff on it. I do need to move this, so I need to get the battery out and turn it over. But the gas that's in the gas tank, which is probably about 3 gallons of gas, is pretty stale, or probably pretty stale. It's been sent for the last 2 years. But I do need to get it started and get it moved to make sure everything doesn't just randomly seize up. It's been about 6 months since I've last moved it. Its current mileage is 225,000 miles, and it's holding. This is a project. I do want to pull EcoBoost out and put new water pump, new timing chains. The rear turbo oil feed line is dripping oil, so that needs replaced. I would like to pull the transmission out and rebuild it and put a new filter in, which is why I have a shed, because now I have a place to put this stuff and work on it without the elements, the outside weather affecting what I'm trying to do. Plus, I also have a tent. But right now it's too cold and I'm not fighting this right now. But this is on my to-do list. And looking back, this is a 2010 Flex. So this year it'll be 16 years old. Its manufacture date was at the end of January 2010. I bought it in January of 2012. And for the last 14 years, well, this will be 14 years that I've owned this vehicle. So I do miss driving it. There's nothing like driving a Flex. The seating, the view out the window, the wide body, the low center of gravity for it. There's nothing like driving a Flex, and I definitely miss it. So I'm looking forward to carving out some time to actually get this back on the road, even with its missing rocker panels. So that's the Flex update. Bringing me to 2026 biggest update for the channel. New to my Eco Belkin stable is this, a 2013 Ford C-Max SE. I purchased this for $4,800 with 136,000 miles on this car. This is a business transaction, so this car or this vehicle is only for business trips and business activities, helping save a lot of mileage off my i3. So quick inspection of this. When I was at the dealership, I noticed it had mismatched tires front and rear. These are Toyos up front, and those are Coopers in the back. They have good tread on them, but I do want to get new tires. But for right now, they'll be fine. Under the engine, or under the hood, I noticed there was a low coolant, and I've added some coolant to it. I noticed when I was driving, I don't have any excess exhaust out the back, so I don't think I have a leaking head gasket. I think just because of the age of this vehicle, that a lot of the coolant hoses down in here are just old and leaking. So I like to go through all that and get that taken care of. Change the engine air filter out, probably pull the manifold off, put new spark plugs in, do a coolant flush on the heat exchanger or the inverter right here, and on that change out the ECVT transmission fluid that sits down there that I look forward to doing. You know, I just realized I thought that was a battery, but that's not the battery, that's a fuse box. I was thinking it's probably gonna need a new 12-volt battery too. Where's the 12-volt battery at? I don't have a light with me at the moment, but I wonder if that's in the cabin. I didn't see the 12-volt battery up front. This is a non-energy. I think the battery is going to be here in the cabin, back here by the high voltage battery pack. Now, when I was at the dealership, I didn't really do any inspections back here, but this already lifts up. So I'm wondering if, well, I don't see it here. I do have the funnel though, that's pretty cool. What the hell is this? What the? Okay, that's new. I didn't go through here. Is this a false bottom? It appears to be that way. False bottom here. Oh, hey, look at that. We have a 12-volt battery sitting right there. How do we get to it though? I've got some Torx bits here. Probably a 30 or a 40, and what appears to be a 10 mil right there. I'm not tearing this out right now, it's too cold. Well, the car starts and runs. This is 13 years old. I'm going to assume at one point this battery's been replaced, and this looks like, from what I can see right here, a Motorcraft battery. If it's been replaced, this is a 2013, where I'm going to estimate 5 years maybe. It was replaced in 2018, and Motorcraft, that makes this battery either young or old. So if I go on 5 years, 2018, it would have been replaced in 2023. If it wasn't replaced, and it was replaced in 2018 as an estimation. That means this battery is about 7 years old. So I'm gonna have to put a new battery in here as well. I'm not doing it right now, it's too cold. But at least I figured out what the battery was. I'm gonna go through this. This needs some work done to it. It's just old and probably everything needs refreshed. What is safe parts? The Carfax report did say it was in 2 minor accidents, both front and rear. Airbags did not deploy. What is safe parts? I've seen that sticker. Yeah, I saw it right here on the hood. Must be a salvage yard? Maybe? Do any of the other items in this vehicle have this safe parts? The driver's side door has it too. Okay, what about the rear door? Okay. Is it a salvage yard? I'm gonna have to look this up. Let me know in the comments. What is this safe parts place? Anything else have it? I didn't open any of the doors. Oh, hey. That's new. Stickers right there. Must be a dealership that was bought from at some point, maybe. Anyway, I didn't open the rear doors when I was at the dealership, and clearly this was missed my inspection. The clips look a little. The clip is broke, so I'm gonna have to get some new clips to re-put this trim back on the door. So overall for 2026, I think I have a lot of content to film, at least with this C-Max. Well, come on. Ooh. I do have a goal to start filming in 4K. I still need to find a way to pay it forward somehow without seeming like I'm just doing it for the views, because that's not what I want to imply or not what I want to do. I want to pay it forward genuinely. Just, I don't carry a camera with me, so I got to figure out how I want to do it genuinely. I want to go inside because it's cold out here. My feet are getting cold now. I need to squeeze in some time to get the Flex back up on the road. And that's the channel update for 2026. I want to thank all of you for liking. My nose is running. It's not bleeding, is it? Oh. I want to thank all of you for liking and sharing and subscribing and for commenting, because comments like this really make this worth it. I do look forward to all of your feedback and interacting with you as 2026 gets underway. But right now, I'm gonna get underway back into the house because now the wind is coming and I am cold. So I'm not doing anything outside right now. Thank you all. I look forward to hearing from you more here in 2026.